dreary, foggy January day here in the Oregon Cascades, so what better thing to brighten our mood than a delightfully upbeat early Beatles song. Today we're going to be looking at Devil in Her Heart from With the Beatles. And it's interesting on many levels. The most important one, in my mind, is those double stops. Which of course were influenced by Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, all the early rockabilly, rock and roll guitarists that influenced the Beatles and caused George to really use those style of licks as his bread and butter in the early years. So we're going to look at that double stop lick, we're going to look at the chord progression, we're going to look at playing the chord progression in a variety of places on the fretboard to better understand the fretboard, and to mix up your playing a little bit. And we're also going to sort of look at the theory behind those double stops, so again that you can implement them in your playing and see why they make sense. So let's start by looking at the chord progression so that we can then understand that double stop lick. Again, the song is in A minor. It actually starts with an A minor 7. Okay, so you can kind of think of that as a cross between your A minor chord and your A7 chord, which, if you know at the first position, you need a G, right? A G is the 7th in the key of A. So you can either play that third string open, or you can play your regular A bar chord there at the 2nd fret and add the G at the first string 3rd fret. Or you can even do both. You can double the 7th and have a G ringing out twice. So in A minor 7th, you take your A minor chord and you add a G, which is, again, that open 3rd string, or play your A minor chord and add it there at the 1st string 3rd fret. The Beatles played a lot of bar chords. So if you want to play the A minor 7 up here, your normal 5th fret A minor chord, you'll simply remove the pinky there on the 4th string 7th fret to add your 7, which is again a G note. Okay? So, song's in A minor, you're starting with an A minor 7, she's got the devil in her heart, it goes to D7, you can play your standard D7 here, you can play a movable D7 here, which is just your C7, moved up, 2 frets. They use this shape a lot, the Beatles do. Or you can use that movable A7 that I just showed you a second ago, right there at the 5th fret. That's a D7. So you got 3 D7s you could choose from. You're right here. Devil in her heart. Real simple. Or if you're in the first position, kind of a player, you don't even have to move that C note at the 1st fret, 2nd string. And then the 3rd chord is a G, which he kind of riffs to a G sus4, which if you're in the first position, you're just adding that C note, which again you know is a sus4, but if you're playing it here, you can go, you're just leaning over your pinky onto that C note at the 5th fret 3rd string. So again, okay, that's the main She's Got the Devil in Her Heart verse chord progression. Okay, and then when it goes up to the little sweet ascending lick, it's so you're going G, A minor, B minor, landing on a C major, 8th fret. Okay. your middle finger, and you get a C minor, right? So it's C major, C minor, back to G. C minor. Second time around it shifts, it goes A7, not A minor 7 that we played in the verse, but a true A7, and then resolving on a D7, which again you can play 3 different places or 4 different places, okay? So again, chord progression for the song. Okay, so let's look at that cool double stop lick, which I know is what you're all here for. Starting at the 8th and 10th frets, 1st string 8th fret, 10th fret 2nd string. What is that? That is part of an A minor chord. Okay, that is part of an A minor triad. You have an A, you have a C. Okay? It's actually part of that first position D minor chord, brought all the way up here to the 8th fret. So again, these things make sense. They're not random licks. They make sense, okay? That's the first one. Go down a half step to the B at the 7th fret 1st string and the G at the 8th fret 2nd string. What is that? That's part of a movable D shape of the G major triad. You'll see that every single one of these double stops we do is a chord from the song, is a chord from the song's chord progression. Okay? A minor, G. The third one we go back to spreading 2 frets apart. D, 5th fret, 1st string, 7th fret 2nd string, which is part of a D chord, right? Your movable A shape of a D chord. Go down 2 more. What do you have? You have a G and an E, the 3rd and 5th from a movable A shape of a C chord. Okay. What's that? Obviously, it's part of a D chord. So we've got A minor, G, D, C, D, all chords from the song itself, okay? And then George just goes back up. So. Switching to 2nd and 3rd string, both at the 5th fret. Again, part of your C chord. That 3rd string, 4th fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret, obviously part of a G chord. It just walks down to an open G. So again, the whole thing. Sweet, right? And then toward the end of the song, George starts riffing those double stops in the background. It's the same exact forms, plays them with slightly different timing, slightly different, sliding around, but you can figure that out from the record. As long as you get this intro, you'll have it. You'll have the song, okay? Playing along the lead part in the background while one guitarist is going, The other one could be going. So what was I doing there? Instead of going G, A minor, B minor, C here, I went G, open, second and third strings, obviously part of an open position G chord. Part of an A minor, right? I'm only playing the second and third strings. What's 2 frets above an A minor? A B minor, right? And then landing on that C, again part of a movable A shape of a C. What was the next chord after that C? C minor, right? So you go from C, C minor, just right? Just moving that B minor up one more, A minor up 3, right? Going from major third, the E, to minor third, the D sharp, okay, and then so not rocket science here, very simple. These are chords that you know, right? G, D, C, A minor. You know, we're throwing a few 7s in there. A7, D7, A minor 7, but this is not complex at all. I hope you enjoy that. Play around with it. It's a beautiful song. Unfortunately, it's very hard to sing for someone who can't sing, like yours truly. But have some fun with it. Play along with the record, and hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.